know if I'm dealing with the
Hear nothing.
Potato, where you are? Means the connection is unstable. Where is it?
No, who's streaming? Are you guys streaming? Yeah.
Scan sharing. Okay.
Excuse me, Ajahn, because
Okay.
her connection is bad. Now she will try again.
Okay. Okay.
And so thank you.
Okay.
Please wait for 1 minute.
Afternoon, Dan.
Okay. So sorry, Ajahn. The connection at here is quite weak, so that's why. Can you hear my voice right now?
Yes.
I can. Yes, I heard. I heard your
Okay.
sound.
Then I will share my screen again.
Okay. Okay.
So, as I mentioned before, that I'm focused on mindfulness meditation, and I'm also focused on the present moment. And at the Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh, he say we need to focus on this moment, and we know that here and now we don't need to wondering around something around us. So move to the next one. I want to give you for example, like when you receive many letters as one, you have to decide which one to need to read first. Also, you want to read 2 letters at the same time because both they are important. But in the end, you still have to make a decision to choose a picture need to read. So, and once you decide on one, you just read that's only 1 letter. And like when you are crossing a bridge, you don't think about another bridge because eventually you will cross it. But cross the bridge first. This is the way to practice, follow the mindfulness meditation. And the second one, that is sitting everywhere. Actually, I learned this way to practice meditation from Plummet. Like we are not just only practice meditation when we are sitting in the Buddha hall or meditation hall, but we need to practice sitting everywhere. So sitting everywhere is a sitting meditation. So when you want to stop and come back to yourself, you don't have to rush home. Enter a meditation room or go to meditation center to practice mindful breathing. You can practice breathing everywhere, sitting at the office or in the car also can. Even when you're shopping at a crowded supermarket or waiting in a long line in front of a bank, if you feel frustrated or tired, you can practice breathing and smiling so as not to lose yourself and maintain balance for mind and body. In the midst of life trouble, in order to be able to face them, we need to come back to ourselves, and mindful breathing help us to do that. So wherever in any posture, walking, standing, lying, sitting, we also can practice breathing anywhere. The sitting position is still the most stable position. And I tell you one story that when I was waiting a flight at Dongmueang Airport, the flight was 4 hours late, and I immediately fold my legs in meditation right in the waiting room, and I roll up my warm clothes to use as a meditation pillow. People passing by looked at me curiously, but after a while, they started paying attention to me, and I meditate peacefully at there. And the airport is full of people, so there is no place to lay your back. So only a way to sit quietly and relax right in your place only. And of course, no one want to meditate in the middle of cross and passive notes. But no matter where and in what posture, if we know how to watch our breath, so we still recover our person quickly. And have one quotation I really admire, that be beautiful, be yourself. So the next content I want to tell you that we return to our refuge. So the Buddha said that there is a very safe place that we can return to anytime we want, the island itself. You have a self island within yourself. If you return there, you will be no longer be dragged away by the storm of life. And when you return to your breathing, you return to yourself. You come into contact with the self island in which you are, and where's your home, and the three chair are the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So what is the meditation? Mindfulness meditation, that is breath and be mindful of the breath to begin to return to your breath, to your body, to your feeling, to your perception, your mind, and those are the 5 factors that make up oneself. That's the body, feeling, perception, mind, and consciousness. So that is the 5 factors really important. One more quotation, that I'm usually remind myself that the working meditation is a magical practice that have to be present every moment in the present moment. So that's all my experience and the knowledge I apply to practice meditation in daily life. And going to conclusion, meditation is primarily about doing nothing and letting go. So when you master the art of following your breath and smiling, that means you are meditating. And the more enjoyable it becomes, then through the energy of mindfulness and concentration, we will begin to look deeply into our body, our mind, and our environment. And when you are seeing everything is really clear, and we can avoid a lot of mistakes. We will have the opportunity to do what we should do to bring peace and happiness to ourselves and another ones we love. So that is the benefit of meditation, and I'm really happy to share this knowledge to Ajahn and our classmates today. So thank you so much for listening my content. Thank you, Ajahn.
One question, any? If you have not, I want to know what about your meditation you and Thich Nhat Hanh. What about the Thich Nhat Hanh meditation? Can you explain a little bit?
Actually, the Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh, he taught really wide knowledge about meditation, but everything is focused on mindfulness, Ajahn. And we follow the Mahayana, and we also follow the tradition of Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh. So because observe on my breathing in, breathing out, that it make me feel really comfortable. So I'm focused that way and combine with the tradition in Plum Village to practice for myself.
What about the encouragement Buddhism? Encouragement Buddhism. Have you read the encouragement of Buddhism?
Phật giáo nhập thế.
Yes, Ajahn. And I really respect it because nowadays we living in the modern life. So something is not suitable with the Buddha time, and we need to change and we need to apply in this daily life. So I also really respect it. But my popular way to follow that is mindfulness only because it is simple and the basic one for me.
I guess very good ideas because in the Thich Nhat Hanh also very famous and also perhaps the people also follow and also spread his idea and his teaching. It trust for everyone because in the except on in the world every people are also happy with taught by the Thich Nhat Hanh as well. Would have some the followers to extend or spread his idea, his teaching to everybody. Okay, thank you very much. It's very useful for your experience.
Thank you, Ajahn. I will submit this PowerPoint and the assignment report in Word file to you tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. So next one is Venerable Levang Trúc. So I will have him share the screen right now.
Thank you, Vanita.
Okay. So sorry a bit. Let me turn off my microphone first.
Hi, Ajahn and everyone. Today I would like to say about samadhi, right concentration, meditations. Next. Yeah. I will said about the introduction, what is the samadhi, and characteristics, nature, morphology, and the cause of right concentration, and how many styles of samadhi are there, and how achieve samadhi, and what are the benefits of meditation, and the last one is conclusion. And the right concentrations in the Bali word we say about the samadhi is the last important step on the path of to happiness. It is a part of the Buddha taught. So when the mind is calm and we concentrate of obstacles the hinder happiness cannot arise. So we have to know first that is what is the samadhi. Samadhi is the right concentration, is the right of the uniform concentrations of the citta and arising mental factor on single objects. First, concentration is the mental state when the component of the mind places to the single object uniformly and correctly without square rings, without the depression. So samadhi is the state of mind that overcome on the context of the hindrances, is no longer motivated or attracted to any object, always maintain a balanced, peaceful and calm state of mind. So the first one, we have to know about the characteristics of the right concentration and the nature and morphology and the cause of the right concentrations. The first one is the characteristics of the samadhi is the non-expressions, and the nature is all the missions is either eliminate dispersions. So, and it's the morphology is the not to scatter, and it's the cause is speech. On the picture, you can see we have got. Can you back? We can see our programs for the younger in Vietnam. So we open some meditation retreats for youth. So we invite the student from the university to join with us, and we just have them to understand what is the right concentration with the basis, because we cannot talk a lot about the deeply of meditations as we learn for the month practice. So we can apply for the younger, because they have to live with the society, so they cannot learn much about meditation for upper. So we just teach them how to concentrate in their mind and come back in their self, and so listen the bell, and sometimes we have them to practice like walking meditation with the mindfulness. So we have to talk with them what is the right of concentration to make them understand first. Next. So how many styles of samadhi are there? So are there two styles of the samadhi, samadhi of concentration and samadhi of the right thinking. So samadhi of concentration, when you focus on the object for a long time and become the observer in it, the mind is no longer aware. So mindfulness and understanding become weak. So since the mind is only concerned with having to concentrate on the objects, so the mind is forget to study or understand what is going on. So others not have the holistic skill, so ability of thinking also become sluggish. This is style of samadhi with developed calm but not wisdom. So after the second, the style is really important. That is the right thinking, because the right thinking is the wisdom begins with the knowledge and is the invested with the knowledge. Because of the right view, samadhi, right thought, sama sankappa. So and the right attitudes, and the mind does not bridge to rage, habit and delusions. There is not attachment or rejection of the objects. The mind is calm and undisturbed. Thus back is this is the samadhi of the vipassana samadhi. When you have such steady calm mind, it feel like an alert. You feel relaxed. And do you not feel heavy and prostrate? Only the kind of the samadhi develop the wisdom. So the basis of the right thinking, that we have to learn a knowledge, and to from the knowledge we have know about what is samadhi first, and we might develop from the knowledge to the wisdom. So that is really important for the samadhi practice. So the number 5 is how to achieve the samadhi. Yeah, I can achieve the samadhi, but I have learned and I just make the footnote from the order. They explain about the samadhi, how to achieve. So for the practice is the sila, and you begin to practice the meditation. So the training is the mind to focus on the single point, a real object in the present moment, without the generating, craving or aversion. You begin to develop right concentration. Now the practice intelligently to shape the mind. So that is when you begin to practice the wisdom. You can enter to this level of unconscious mind or eliminate the defilements, looking there and be at peace, happy, stay happy, this vibration. Practicing meditation requires perseverance and charm, not trying to quickly achieve enlightenment. For that is how grabbing to delusion arise. So that is really hard to explain, but we just know the way to go, but we cannot achieve that yet. So, but we have to know the way to go first, and if we know the right way, and we easy to reach it. So what are the benefits of meditations? Meditation as well. Meditation helps us understand your mind better, allowing you to become more aware to the harmful mental state. We need to let go of get rid of the weak ones. Beneficial to develop, neuter and perfect. It will help you become calm, close content, and improve your short-term and long-term memory. Meditation also helps you to communicate with others and nature in the clear, through more beautiful and more understand way. So meditation is not only half the practice, the tenor, but also the sentence begin around. So I think the benefits of meditation is really much. So all of you know already, and if you are practice, you will get more benefits, because we cannot explain the benefits of meditation really much if you not practicing it. Because meditation is for practice, not for to explain it. So I think if you practice it, you will know the benefits by yourself better. So the last one is the conclusion. Next, I think next. Okay, conclusion. In short, no, back. Conclusion. In short, usually our mind to pursue objects in the non-stop succession. The objects that our mind often clings to our beautiful soul, exuberant, delicious stacks, sweeter, and tall the images. So samadhi is the mind ability to focus on the object. Only towards the samadhi can you stop into the limitless concentration of the human mind. So the basis we can say the mindfulness. So if you just the mindfulness is not enough, because we have to go up and focus to look deeply the one point and to make you concentrate. That is the samadhi. So the samadhi is the second important, but for the basis practice meditation, that's the mindfulness. And if you want to be the right of the what the Buddha say, you have to practice the right concentration. That's the samadhi to have you get enlightenment and the wisdom. So many thanks for your listening. Thank you, Ajahn, and all of you to spend the time for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your share your experience. This would be benefits for someone who compare, and also sometimes there's some problem a little bit cannot solve the problem. Okay, the next one.
So again,
Yeah,
can I
the
ask
next
question?
one is okay. Please say.
No
Okay.
question.
Dhammapiya. Oh, you have some question, Dhammapiya?
No, before Jan ask, Jan.
Okay.
No version, no version, bro. No version.
Okay, have some question, okay?
So it's an easy one. I don't want to ask like a deep question. So for example, right, for the practitioner meditation, it is usually is happening because when we practice meditation, is normally our mind is wandering, is around and there. So you're talking about the how to gain the concentration or mindfulness. So if while we practicing meditation, so when we're wandering around or when we're thinking about something, so how from that thinking, how can we get how can we go to that the point we practice? How do we concentrate?
So if you want to control your thinking, or you know what are you thinking, you have to be the mindfulness first. That's the basis practice and also the first step of meditation. So in the Mahayana, we just say, we just count in the mind. If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 10, and we back from 10 until 1. So if you feel like you enough the mindfulness, so and you have to practice it with the short time. I mean about 1 month, 2 months, or so one is 1 year. If you feel you better with the mindfulness, and after that you will be the second step, that is the samadhi. So I think for the basis of the people practice, that they have to practice a long time for the mindfulness first. If they don't have the mindfulness, so they cannot practice about the samadhi, because that's our tradition teaching on we are practice meditation or learning meditation. On the master, they always teach me about how to focus about the mindfulness. They don't teach much about the samadhi. They don't teach much about the right concentration, because they think like we're not enough the mindfulness to be the second step. So I think, but if you are practice a long time for the mindfulness, so you want to look what are you thinking and how to control it, I think you can do it. If you enough the mindfulness, you can do it. So, and just look deeply the one point, and that is look deeply and say your mind, oh, I have to come back, I have to look in this point, and I feel pain, I feel hurt, I feel some insect, they bite me, and I feel something. And that's also the point for concentration. Or you, when you thinking something, you just let that thing to be the point also. That's why you think like, oh, I miss my mom so much, and I don't know what happened with her and what her are going on. So that's also the point for concentration. And but you have to be the right concentration. And after that, and you know that point also the point of concentration, and you come back to your mind quickly, and you change the point if you know that point is not the right point. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. That's a great answer.
Very good. Explain. Okay, the next one.
Okay. Good evening, Ajahn, and good evening, everyone. So today I would like to presentation my topic, how to do meditation.
Why on Vietnamese first? Only Vietnamese first.
Next one is Sri Lanka, so don't worry.
Can you see my friend?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah. So conscious introduction, concentrating the body in the body, working meditation, sitting and focus, and conclusion. So I want to introduce meditation inside in Theravada Buddhism is a technical of mental developed that have meditators the mental and psychical phenomena in their true nature. The insight or wisdom penetrating inside meditation will have the meditators originally mentioned the development and attain final liberation from suffering. While concentration meditation has both Buddhism and non-Buddhism and non-Buddhist background inside meditation, technical and Buddhism that declared by the Buddha Gautama during his concentration meditation also taught the erratic within Theravada Buddhism is the concentration and tranquility to rise the reduce mental trajectory required to resist inside meditation. So next, contemplating the body in the body. We have 6 different steps to develop in mindfulness has been described. Mindfulness breathing in, mindfulness of the 4 body processes, clear commemorations, mindfulness retraction of the body, mindfulness of the 4 mental elements, and 9 submission contemplation. So we next working meditation. According to Buddhist education to the develop of mindfulness, working meditation can also have other benefits. So when we work in meditation, we get some benefits. It has to develop enjoyment working distension, and it's good for strengthening, especially in overcome those in sitting meditation. And it has to improve both physical and mental health. It has the resist of distancing food, and it can lead to strengthen concentration. So next, sitting and focus. When we sitting, we learn how to sit while meditation in one of the first challenges for most beginning meditators. And we sit comfortable in a last person. You can sit a chair with feet flat on the floor, or cushion play on the left cross. And when we focus, for example, when I meditation, I focus my mind. I can repeat the word or mantra thoughts or another Buddha. And if we will my extension your wrist and while encountering this free and control my routine. So I want to conclusion when we meditation, practice and technical shifts and mindfulness, or focusing the mind on the vertical object, thought and activity to strengthen extension and awareness, and achieve our mental clear and emotion clear and spacing. So mindfulness meditation have us to reduce stress and can control mind. And when we meditation, we can control the stressfulness. So thank you for listening. Thank you, Ajahn, and thank you, everyone.
Any question? One? Samapiya? Someone have some question?
I don't have.
Okay, I have one question for you. If we can not control our minds, how we can master, meaning you can solve the problem when you cannot control your mind.
Yes.
Mind is wandering. What's about your microphone? Understand my question?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So when we meditation and we sometimes we cannot control our minds, so we can observe our minds.
Observe.
Yeah, because we're not sure when we meditation we cannot control our minds. So then we can control and we can observe our minds.
Yeah, but what if you happen that if you observe?
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, yes. The mind is usually wandering. If the first like this, everyone also have wanderings because cannot control, right? This already observe.
Yeah, wandering.
I think has not not to solve the problem. But this how you can do it.
Yes, sometimes the mind go wandering. So we cannot control the mind. So we observe and we just breathing in and breathing out.
Okay, but it's acknowledging. Okay, it's after objects wandering. You know it, and after that, if you back to your main focus. But it's okay. Thank you very much. Okay, the next one.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ajahn.
What?
Hello.
Okay, to Sita Silva, will be the next.
Yep. Hello.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm using two monitors. One sec. Slideshow. All right. This is my present. Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, you can hear me. All right.
Yeah, we can see.
So my presentation is on, first, I will talk about the 4 foundations of mindfulness because I think they're important to, that's my view, not my view, the way I've learned my Dhamma, right? And then I'll talk, there won't be much of a presentation in my experiences, but I'll explain my experiences and how I've meditated in the past and done my meditation. So mindfulness so the thing here is mindfulness in the Buddhist sense goes beyond just paying attention to things. It is pure awareness, free of judgments and concepts and self-reference. So you just see the sensations and the things that arise for what they are, and don't have a view on them or don't have a contemplation on it, right? So genuine mindfulness takes discipline, and the Buddha advised working with 4 foundations that trains oneself to be mindful. The 4 foundations are a frame of reference, usually taken up one at a time. And this way, the student begins with a simple mindfulness of breath and progresses to mindfulness of everything. All right. So the first foundation is the mindfulness of body. Body, kaya, this foundation centers on the experience of the body and frequently includes physical breath, right? And normally I've had asthma, not asthma, eczema. Eczema is where the joints, it's got like there's itching and you get very allergic to dust, right? So often I would actually have a blocked nose, so I can't practice. How do I practice? Anapanasati, right? The whole foundation is on the nostrils, the breathing in and breathing out, right? And what I would normally do when I was trying to do Anapanasati is I would actually focus on my diaphragm. So I noticed that it goes in the same process when you breathe in, you feel your belly kind of expanding a little bit, right? And when you breathe out, you feel the sensation of your belly like contracting. And I would do that. And I also practiced that in Sri Lanka when I was ordained under one Venerable as a novice monk. So, sorry, what was I was talking about? So the first foundation of mindfulness is the mindfulness of body. This is an awareness of the body as body, something experiences breath and flesh and bone, right? It's not my body, but it is not a form that you are inhabiting. It's just body, right? The most introductory mindfulness exercises focus on breath, like I said, Anapanasati, right? And this is experiencing breath and being breath. And it's not thinking about breath or coming up with ideas about breath. As the ability to maintain awareness gets stronger, you will basically become aware of the whole body, right? You kind of, it's like vipassana, right? Not scanning, but like you kind of like feel the body, right? You feel sensations come up and arise. All right. And this is also like body awareness is, when you do chanting, even rituals, when you're doing daily tasks, it's mindfulness of the body, right? And that is also very important as a layperson, because being in the moment, sometimes you're very distracted and you lose your mindfulness. You maybe hit your toe or you hurt yourself by accident. That's because of you're not being in the moment and you're not being mindful, right? So mindfulness of feeling as Vedana, right? Refers to specifically the quality of sensory experiences, pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral, right? So it doesn't refer to emotions, but highlights the rudimentary feeling tone associated with all mental and physical experiences, right? And one learns to just observe emotions and sensations as they come and go, like arising and falling, like Anapanasati, right? How the breath goes in and arises and then falls out. It's the same thing. When I meditate, I kind of like look for this. I see what arises and what goes. The next one is mindfulness of the mind. So this foundation concerns watching one's general mental state and focusing on the ethical qualities of the mind. Sita is also, I think, translated as heart mind because it has a motive quality, so like emotion. It is consciousness or awareness that is not made up of ideas. However, neither is it pure awareness, and that's the fifth sankada, right? Another way of thinking this of this foundation is mindfulness of mental states. Like sensations or emotions, our states of mind come and go. Sometimes we are sleepy, sometimes we are restless, and we learn to observe our mental states dispassionately, without judgment or emotions. As they come and go, we clearly understand how it's substantial they are. Like Ajahn said, right? When I was practicing Vipassana, I started getting headaches because I was trying to focus and just understand, right, what was going on. And then that was also not me being mindful of my mind, right? And I just need to let them arise and go and just see like how you see the body as is. You don't give thought to it, right? And the fourth is mindfulness of Dhamma, right? So physical and mental processes, the Dhamma, this stage integrates the previous three stages so we can finally watch the totality of physical and mental processes. This is the final stage, is equivalent to watching the five aggregates. So the one's world is seen consisting of interplaying five groups of physical and mental processes, right? It's kind of like, here I open myself to the whole world, or at least what the world I experience, right? Dhamma is Sanskrit word, so it can be defined in many ways. You can think of it as natural law. Sorry, one sec. You can think of it as like natural law of the way things are. Dhamma can also be referred to doctrines of the Buddha, and the Dhamma can refer to the phenomenon as manifestations of reality, right? As regards to this foundation, when we practice mindfulness, right? Or sorry, yeah, mindfulness is that where we practice awareness of the existence of all things, right? And we are aware that they are temporary, without self-essence, and conditioned by everything else. This takes us to the doctrine of dependent origination, which is the way that everything exists. But the problem is, if, for me personally, this is difficult because knowing one thing is not the same as having the wisdom of that thing, right? So me knowing that things are impermanent, that things arise and go, and even the motion that I feel, like let's say I get angry in the moment, I know that this feeling is temporary and there's no point in getting, feeding this. It's different from just because I know it. It's not like it's not like me. I'm not mindful of it because I do not have the wisdom of actually letting go and deal with that. Next is my experiences. So I've done Anapanasati, Vipassana, Dhammakaya, and Dhammakaya meditation, which is like visualization, right? The Vipassana being the scanning of the body. So you relax your entire body, and then you start from the head. You feel all the sensations come down, and you scan slowly from head, upper torso, lower body, legs, feet, and then you go kind of like in the body. You kind of feel the body as is, and you transist. I'm not good at this, but I used to do this when I was young. You kind of like stop scanning in one like whole go. You just feel, right? You feel sensations arise and go away. I've done this in Goenka meditation course. So I've done this. My parents used to host Goenka meditation 10-day retreats and 1-day retreats in their house. I've also ordained in Sri Lanka and Thailand as a novice monk. And I've done my MCU meditation course, where I practice walking meditation and Vipassana. And that's my experience, right? Obviously, I'm not as adept because I'm not a monk. So I do not practice as much as you all. And this is my limited view on this. So if you have any questions, I won't know as much as you, just keep that in mind, but you can ask me about my experiences and everything. Okay, thank you.
Any question for this? Okay, if perhaps anybody to ask, I want to know if you are the layman, not a monk, but you choose the objects to practice in daily life. Which objects to choose to practice in daily life? Fine.
Okay, so the objects that I do when, for example, I drive a lot, right? I have a driver license. I drive in Thailand. And driving is a very good example of mindfulness. So it's very easy when you drive to have a habit. So you just go through the motions, you drive, you look, and you kind of see what's happening, right? And your brain, because it's so habitual, your brain starts thinking about other things, right? You go down a loop, right? And this is the opposite of mindfulness. It uses multiple stages. You don't realize that, right? And being in the moment, driving in the moment. When do I accelerate? When do I stop accelerating? Do not think about the destination, right? Think about the route and what I'm doing, the sensations. I'm not listening to music when I'm driving. I'm just in the moment, right? And that is it's a very good test of and I'm not good at it. Like I do it all the time where I forget what I'm doing, and I'm already at like immigration, or I'm, you know, sometimes you get stressed out because you're in the car and you're thinking only about your thoughts, and you're not being mindful that your brain, your thoughts are arising. So let's say you start to think about your thesis that comes up, right? And then you start worrying about it, and you don't realize that this is the nature of your mind. Your mind will arise random things, and then your mind likes to focus on things. And I struggle with this, and I'm trying to fix it. And that's why, you know, it's hard for me sometimes, but I try to do it. I try to meditate, especially when I can't control this kind of things. I go back to anapanasati, right? Focusing on the breath. One thing. It's very easy for me to do that. And then when I can go back, I can go do vipassana sati, or dhammakaya, where you focus on the one single object in your mind. You just focus on, let's say, glass ball, light, or anything, right? But I normally like to use anapanasati and vipassana. That's what my parents have taught me, and normally what I do. But okay, I hope that answers your question.
Okay, yes, very good. I think you can do the mindfulness on every time that you drive, and you walk, and you movement, everything, and so we can acknowledging to that in the objects. Okay, it's very good. Develop very much, and also will easily and do very often. And after that, will practice by automatic courage will arise in your life. Yes. Yes, thank you very much for your experience. Okay, next one.
Janmi sharing.
Okay, what's Mohan?
Stop sharing. Stop share. Okay.
Okay.
Can I start? Wait.
Excuse me. So today, can I?
Yes, probably with your connection is unstable. Your connection is unstable. Cannot hurt yourself.
Earlier because I need to go out with another.
Okay.
Cannot hear you. Hello. Cannot hear you.
Excuse me, Ajahn, can you hear me?
Okay, now.
Yeah. Ajahn, can I leave our class early? I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, because also your internet is unstable connection.
So can I leave early, Ajahn? I'm so sorry for that. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, now I'm sharing my screen now. I can see. Then could you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So. Okay. So good afternoon, good evening, nearly good evening, Ajahn, and everyone. And just now, before my classmates are presenting, I was like wondering how I'm gonna present. I lost my concentrate. So therefore, how should I become aware of the moment? So therefore, mindfulness needs to be very important on the time. Therefore, meditation can use in every and each moment, each situation. So as today, my presentation gone about the sharing of my experience about the meditation retreat last 4 years. So here is the timetable. I'm not gonna read because it's just quite familiar with all of our classmates and Achan too. So just go through the content. So before, this 4 year before going to, obviously the meditation is more talk about practice, but before practice, we need to know about some theories. Therefore, there are some points that I'm gonna briefly just say about in summary. The practice of meditation, that the basic mindfulness, 4 foundation of mindfulness are the be aware of body, that is the Kayanupassana, feeling, that is the Vedanapasana, and mind, Chitta consciousness, and the mental qualities are the factors that include the 6 internal bases and the 5 hindrance, 4 noble truth, and the 7 enlightenment factors. These are the contents that include in that the theory. Here in Satipatthana Sutta, they mention body. I would not go briefly because as above, Brother Tushita have already mentioned about the 4 foundations. So just summary, the body that is focused on our mindfulness on our breathing, and the posture that how we sit, how we walk, and the clear comprehension and the mindfulness of 4 elements that made of the body. Here, the feeling which arise in our mind as a pleasant feeling and the unpleasant, painful feeling, and another is the neither pleasant and nor painfulness feeling. So in the 10 days of meditation course, there are some rules and regulations that are provided during the meditation retreat. It's there are such a kinds of tools that help us to more concentrate, more mindfulness to our mental factors, which is there are such discipline where such as the 5 precepts that is common and very normal, like not to killing, everyone know that, right? The steal, sexual misconduct, and telling lies, and the take some drugs, intoxicants, and some other rules like not allowed or using mobile, laptops, books, or something, the Walkman that's people coming from outside and talk to you. These all are the things which used to disturb our mindfulness retreat. So therefore, these things are not allowed during the meditation retreat. As before, above mentioned about the mental qualities that comes under the Dhammanupassana, which include the 5 hindrance, as you know, the Kama Chanda, Vyapada, Thina, Midda, and Udacha, Kukucha, and Vichikiccha. These are the 5 hindrance, and the 5 aggregates of grasping, 6 internal, our eyes, nose, ears, and the things we see, the things we hear, the things we listen. These all are the 6 internal, which is influenced by the external 6 bases, and the 7 enlightenment factors that included the mindfulness, investigation of Dhamma, energy, rapture, tranquility, concentration, and the equanimity. And the last, the 4 noble truths, which are the core of teaching of Buddha. That also can be contemplated during the meditation retreat. So here, the purpose of Vipassana, actually, I just took some points. They mention like, it dissolves mental impurities, resulting in a balanced mind full of love and compassion. And the purpose of Vipassana also be to aim to eradication of mental impurities and to reach the highest happiness of full liberation, that is Nibbana, as mentioned. And the last, the essential healing of human suffering. So in the purpose of Vipassana, they have such the jhana you will get, and there's some, and you will reach the highest happiness of which is liberation, the nibbana. And later, here are some pictures that showed how we practice during the meditation retreat about walking, sitting, and going to take the meals and pindapat something. Okay, here, as you see the first picture, that the monks are, before going to take the food, they chant, and then they walk to the dining hall and take the food, receive the food, and went back to the dining hall and eat. So here, during this whole process, from sitting, waiting for the receiving food, and come back to the hall and having the food, all this process we can do meditation through walking. As in meditation we mentioned, the walking, they have 5-6 steps, and while walking, these are the steps, and while sitting, they have their own rules. And here are some picture that is last 2-3 years we went to the Buddha Manthon, doing the meditation in the forest, the bamboo forest, where we respected teachers and doing the meditation retreat, doing interviews, something else. And the last slides, which shows at the walking meditation and having the closing ceremony. So here, I would like to say that during the meditation, you will not get fully benefit, but okay, I'll give you an example, like having in physical training, like when you go to the gym, and they cannot be gonna change everything. It's depend on how you effort. Like if you want bicep, we do some exercise for the bicep. For the six-pack, we do effort for the six-pack. So same as the meditation, if you focus and contemplate each portion, each our body, mind, chitta, and the mental factor. So as you practice, as you will get the result by observation, by determination of here determination, it doesn't mean that we need to force to focus on, force to mindfulness. That is wrong. We need to be like naturally going through the process, what is coming in, what is coming out. We just focus on during making notes, as Achan mentioned before, while they have contemplate some such stimuli from the outside, we can observe, we can understand, we are aware of it. That's enough. And before going to end of the presentation, there's one quotation that once Buddha was asked that, what have you gained from meditation? He replied, I got nothing. However, Buddha said, let me tell you what I lost. Then he answered, like, he lost his anger, anxiety, depression, insecurity, fear of old age and death. So this is the quotation that is quite meaningful. So I just put it as a reference. So here here's my presentation. Thank you, Jan. Is there any question?
Any question, anyone? Listening a little bit. Some Dhammapiya, has anyone any question for us?
Please.
No, really, it's very nice.
Okay, if there's not anyone else, so you ask, what you think about meditation in Theravada and your meditation at your monastery in India? The difference or the same similarity?
You mean actually before, as Toshita has brother Tushita has mentioned about the Goenka, Ajahn Goenka. In India, Goenka is very famous around the country, even though in the Mumbai, Nagpur, and some New Delhi also, now they're gonna open. And my state, UP, they also opened one Goenka center. So it's quite popular. So because of we don't much familiar about the meditation, therefore they have particular center to do the meditation retreat. Like in Thailand, we have such an opportunity to do the meditation in different places, such as the forest and some hall. And you see our university gives such a good opportunity to have experience, go through different places. So in Thailand and in India, I think for meditation, there is no difference. We can do anytime, but the difference is the rules and regulations and the place. So sometimes place also influence the people. And so this can be a kind of exam to a people. Like if there's different place, so our eyes will see the different things and our ears will listen different things. So here the meditation will examine the individual, how you aware of the situation, how you mindfulness on the time. So that is the difference.
Just follow the four foundation of mindfulness, Satipatthana. That's just going guidance practice everywhere, every time, everything that we can get the object. And
Goenka is quite familiar in India now.
Because now also I heard some news, the rich people also spend the money very much for create the Vipassana center at the Mumbai.
Yeah, actually they have the same rule, such as like waking up in the 4:30 or sometimes 3:30, 4 o'clock started doing chanting and meditation. Yeah, everything is same.
Yes, very good.
But because of in India sometimes too cold in the morning and sometimes too hot, so it changed depend on the situation sometimes too.
Yes, because in the summer season is 48 degrees.
It's
Celsius.
more than 50.
It's very much, but it's be not just for the atmosphere or the degree, also some problem about the skin.
But it's quite like quite contradicted. Sometimes quite like giving exam to ourselves.
Yes, very good for the experience, because have many varieties of everything like this. Fun also can select and choose, can understand what is difference, what is the similarities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Welcome. The next one. Who want to be the next?
No, the next one. Who's the next one?
Okay. Let me now.
Okay,
okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Then you see my screen, right?
Yes, very good.
Okay.
I have seen.
Good evening, everyone. My respect Ajahn and my friends. My name is Pratirapit. In my life, I have experienced two periods. I think for me, when I was novice, I practiced in kind of samatha, and when I become a monk, I practice vipassana. Let me explain you about my experience of samatha first. When I was in Huiton Temple, Leh District, Lampu Province, my master, or we call Kruba or Kruba Chayawunsa, he taught us about the samatha and how to count the beats. Like there are 108 beats. At the first time, when we meditate, we had to count the putto, and one round, and to the third round, tammo and sangho. After we finish this step, we turn to another like prama vihar Brahma Vihara 4, like a Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Ubekha, like that. We practice this way. I used to am familiar on practice in this thing, in this kind of meditation. So after I become monks, I study at MCU Sharma campus. Teacher taught me about Vipassana. Now, let me explain some retreat. When it was organized in Sayato Meditation Center on Daisuke District, Chiang Mai Province. That place is very nice. Is not far from or close to the village or community. It's a quiet place. There are the shade trees and everything, not too dry or humid. But sometimes we had to be careful of some raptures like snakes or some kind of jungle animal. That time there were two masters that taught me. One is a Prakru Parayatayanusa. He used to be a teacher or professor in University of MCU Sharma campus. And other one is Mechi Vachirayani or Vachirayani nuns, or we call her Penoi. At that teacher at that time, we practiced for the first sitting meditations. Masters want us or need us to choose the postures of the sitting meditations. There are 3 postures of sitting meditations. Like the first one, they call a half lotus sitting, or as a lay is not overlap each other. The second one is lotus sitting. That's our favorite. I prefer or my favorite postures, or our legs overlap each other. The last one is the sit cross way, or my master said that there's a diamond city. When I choose, we choose posture of the sitting, then we have to observe abdomen, rising, falling. Again, rising and falling, rising, falling. Where some phenomena or some things come to attach you or come to your mind, like something disturb you, or even sound or smell, you just noted that hearing, or you smelling 3 times, and they come back to your abdomen again. After I practice for a long time, like 30 minutes up, my falling and rising and falling disappear. After disappear, I have a doubt. What is disappear? Where is it going? At the day of the 4, we have interview. I asked my master, and they said that this disappear is normal, but you have to add something like a sitting. Like when you practice, when like a rising, falling, then you observe your sitting and sitting. Then your meditation process will continue. After you practice 2 days or 3 days, you will have some phenomena happen to you, or you practice for a long time. The first thing I remember well that is happened to me was pain on my back. It's a very hurt, very pain on my back. How to do it? I just focus on just the paining or hurting something. I think the thing to overcome it is to familiar with it or used to it. Practice one and eventually they will gone. At this thing gone, other things, other phenomena or in negative way will come to you. Will show up it again. Is your pain, your knees, both knees. You pain every day. It's harder than pain on your back. When I asked master how to organize it, how to manage it, they told me that just focus and try to note it again and again, and observe it. I also will like the thing will coming and will go eventually, everything. You just observe it. After I do it many time is eventually is gone. But after it's gone, what happened next is the diverse of feeling. like the many things come to my mind, like a tired, boring, worry something. I have a doubt why I have to do this. When I go to that step, how do I organize to other step? Is keep going, keep cycling in my head. And other thing is overthinking. Overthinking is like you thinking, I don't want to enlighten in this life. Something can to you only a little bit thing, but you think that this thing will happen to your life in the future, and many things coming up to my head or my mind when I practice sitting meditation. But I also have some positive things, for positive phenomena. Like I have after I practice for a long time, I feel light, or I feel like I can flow on the air, or I feel comfortable. Even I feel happy or peace in my mind. Also, I have face, or I have a color thing, like the aura or the light, or in Pali they call it osapa. And other thing, raptures, piti. After I got there, I have a doubt. I have a doubt that what is this? Is it kind of dharma or what? I went to my master and asked them. They said that there's a kind of vipassana upakile, or defilement of vipassana meditations. You just know with this thing happen. You just know it. When you see it, you just seeing. Or when you feel it, it's just a feeling. Or the rapture, like you pity, or you have a rapture, just notice rapturing just some 3 times, and then come back to your abdomen again. And then come to steady meditation. Last 2 weeks, our Ajahn taught us about steady meditations, but a little bit different from my master taught me. My master taught me that this, for sure, the stretcher is static, but the posture is static. You have to stand straight, the neck upright, or cross your hand in the front, or if you don't like it, you can also cross your hand in the back. And then how to note it? Like when you stand, just notice standing. And then master want us to close our eye. Then just intended to close. After that, closing, and close your eye. After you close your eyes, then we had to note out any parts of body, like for the hair, down to the feet, and then again feet up to the hair, and do like this continuous. For example, like a hair, head, forehead, eyebrows, eyes. Do it again until time's over. But I honestly, I got nothing from this. The teachers told me that we just they want us to know anatta. I don't know what's the anatta. Then come to the walking meditations. Walking meditations is the purpose of this. The master taught me that to train or to practice your effort, because after you're sitting, you have long sitting, you get the concentration for that, and then you have to balance with the effort by walking meditations. There are the 6 stages of walking meditation. Like at the first step, left go thus, right go thus. The step 2 is lifting, treading. Step 3 is lifting, moving, treading. 4, heel up, lifting, moving, treading. 5, heel up, lifting, moving, dropping, and treading. And the last one, heel up, lifting, moving, dropping, touching, and pressing. To me, it's the easiest one is left goddess and right goddess. For me, it's easiest. I usually do this. Also, while you're walking meditations, something will come to your head, some phenomena, like you will hear some sound or some smelling, or you will see something like is beautiful, like a flower or anything. You just stop standing and notice that hearing or smelling. do like this continuously many times over. And come to the last one, light meditations. This one it's not popular, but teachers the master also told us the method. There are two kinds of the light meditation, the two posture, like a lie on your right side, like a Singhasaya, and lie in the back, and like you're sleeping every day like that. The note thing is like there are two kind of the note thing. How to know is like observe your abnormal rising and falling, rising, falling, rising, falling, or sometimes like a rising, falling, lying, rising, falling, lying, or another thing like lying and touching, that your body touch the floor, and you're lying there, you lie down, and then your body touch the floor. They said lying and touching. So what I got nothing but only sleepy. After I practiced today, I think I got every year at the BA at MCU Shanghai campus. I learned a lot of Vipassana meditations. Adjust the technique, or sometimes I used to encounter or face some phenomena like Dharma or Vipassana Upakile. But I still attach with that because it made me happy. Even the master said that just avoid it or not it. I just observe it. I let it go. Yeah, but I still love it. That's all for my meditation experience. Thank you.
Any question for this, Matiya?
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
It's clear. It's obvious.
Clear, right?
Clear,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
If Vipassana Upakile is arising in our minds, how you can do with the Vipassana Upakile?
To me, I just observe it, like I note it, like something Osapa happened. I just like it coming up. Is Osapa? What if sometimes Osapa the light to come to you will like it? I just say the liking. I just like. In my life, I think I encountered only two things: Osapa and Piti. That's too often in Vipassana Upakile. Before I just attach it. I just love it. I just attach with those things. Those are Vipassana Upakile. But after I asked my master, Prat Kru Pariyata Yanusak and Penoi Meshi, they recommend me that do not attach with that because that's Vipassana Upakile. Right. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. The ideas and also something I think is very fascinating for everyone to understand, and also the encouragement, something because we have experience and share together. Okay, the next one.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you very much.
Next one. Okay, hey, go first.
Who is first?
Intasara. Okay, go first.
Intasara. Okay, Intasara, please.
Share the screen.
Okay.
Could you stop your sharing? I can...
Yes, you can share by the share screen. Yes.
He stopped last year already.
I already stopped.
Last year, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Your internet slow. More than Nambia.
Maybe sometime.
Very good, very good.
It's still black.
Okay, coming.
Yeah. Can you see my PowerPoint?
What is that?
Yeah.
Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yes, I see.
Full screen. Make it full screen.
Can you see my PowerPoint?
Okay.
Can you see my PowerPoint?
Oh my God.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. So I'm not good at the box sharing, so that is my problem.
Want to ask again? Can you see
For
PowerPoint?
me, I would like to present about what we have joined the meditation course. Let me present it first. Yeah, okay. For about 10-day meditation. 10-day meditations retreats we practice at 4 floor of the dining hall building. That is we follow our teacher. They guide us how to practice. At first, they guide us to do posture, and second for box standing, and third they talk about sitting and walking, and fourth they talk about individual walking, and the last they make in the view what is our experience we have by this. Okay, and next that is the time for chanting of for floor building. The time in the morning.
Lou, what's happening? It's gone.
It's going.
I think he has bad connection.
Connection is unstable.
Yeah, I think his connection is unstable.
About Intasara. There is it.
So then can I go now?
Okay.
Can I start present?
Yes.
Okay. Now instead of waiting in the Sarah. So if anyone see the screen? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, where is it? Okay, good. Good afternoon, Ajahn, and good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about my experience on meditation. So according to this topic, so in my experience, I have the two techniques about the practice meditation. So in Myanmar, there are several kind of the methods to practice meditation. So in my experience, I got two techniques for practicing meditation. So there are two methods of meditation. For the first time, when I touched the meditation, so firstly I used to practice with the Mogout techniques meditation. So in this Mogout techniques is a little bit different from the Imhasi, right? So in Mogout, before you practice meditation, it is the doctrine or the idea is based on the interdependent origination doctrine, right? Like Patijasmupada. So it's all happening is about the avijja or the ignorance. So in order to practice to know the truth, so you have to remove the ignorance. First you have to do is you have to remove the ignorance or moha. So in Mogul techniques, there is also the four position of the practice meditation, which is the sitting meditation, walking meditation, and lying meditation, and standing meditation. So among these four techniques, mostly we just practice sitting meditation. So in practice in sitting meditation, it's different from the Mahasi, the way to make a note, the way to visualize the meditation. So in here, in Mogul, the way to make a note meditation is breathing in and breathing out. We have to make a note on these things. We have to make a note on that while breathing in and breathing out. That is the Mogul methods. So and after that, after the Mogul techniques, when I come to study in MCU, I get used to the method of the Mahasi. And in here it's a little bit different. In Mahasi, when I go to practice in Buddhamonton, they try to teach in here in Mahasi. We have there's also four positions to practice meditation, right? Like I said before, in Mahasi, they give a chance to two ways, and walking and sitting. In here, we have to walk. We have to walk first, and after that we're sitting. The way to make a note in Mahasi is rising and falling. Rising and falling is, so for me, the change from the breathing in, breathing out to rising and falling is a kind of difficult for me in my experience. But although later I get used to it for this technique. So this is in my life the two techniques of meditation. So the next, different between two methods. So like I said before, what is different? Different to the way to make notes between these meditation techniques is in Mogul, you just first thing, just remove the ignorance first, and you practice, start practicing about the breathing in, breathing out, right? And on the other hand, the Mahasi is not like that. You have to remove ignorance. So you have to, some meditation master said, you have to believe it. So if you believe it, you could see the truth, right? So the way to try to make note is to rising and falling. So this is the difference between two methods. Okay, next. So how to remove the wanderings. So for the practitioner, it's usually happenings. It's kind of the a natural kind of phenomena. So when we practice meditation, or when we walk in meditation, when we for a while we just thinking and wandering around here and there. So how to remove it? So for the Mogul techniques, so you have, when you're wandering around, for example, you're just wondering about your mother or your father for your previous life, about yesterday or something. So you just remember, you just make note on that thinking or wondering is falling. So you just make a note on that, and here it disappears, and you can come back to the main point. So on the other hand, on the Mahasi techniques, when you're wondering, you just keep making a note on that wondering or thinking. So I'm thinking, for example, if I'm thinking. After that, until it's finished, you can come back to about the rising and falling. So this is the way how to remove our thinking. So for me, in my experience, I don't see the especially special the doctrine or special benefit. So for me, it's just about 5 hindrances occurring. What is 5 nivarana? So for Kama Chanda nivarana, so it's about the last. The Abada nivarana is hatred, and Tinamita is love and torpor, and Uttajaga and is restlessness and sorrow, and Vijigita is a doubt. So it doesn't mean these 5 nirvanas occur when I practice meditation. For me, it's there's 3 which is occur while I practice meditation. So the first is the last. When I practice, so it's a car. Is something is the last has happening in my mind. So in this case, to remove that this 5 neuron, I just keep making a note on that the last in this Kama Chanda again and again until it finish. The next two thing is the sloth and torpor, which is the Namita. Is for me is usually happenings when I practice meditation due to eating too much, or maybe you can say that eating too much, or maybe we don't want to. I don't want to do it. It's about I'm bored. So when it's occurring, usually I make a note on that things. I make a note on that thing until it finish. Sometimes it's so as you know it doesn't vanish. So I have to stand it. I have to stand up from that position because when I make a note, but it's there. It's the occurring. So in this case, stand up, or sometimes meditation master suggests that you have to, if it doesn't disappear, you have to wash your face or something like that. I usually do that. So this is how I remove the 5 neurona. So for the hatred, it is never happened. It's never occurring in my experience, and the last Vijigita is also happening in my mind, but I have to make it out as well. So this is how neurona is occurring in my mind and how I remove it. So for the special Dhamma, I never see it, but it's this nirvana occur, of course. So this is my experience on meditation. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, everyone.
Any question? Yes, someone? Yes, from the experience and also from both. What are the difference and similarities with Focus and Mahasi Sayadaw? Have you comparative?
Yes. So it's the same thing is the position, right? Position is also the same in Moga. They also have the 4 positions to practice. In Mahasi also we have 4 positions to practice. But
the same objects, same yes. Objects by the rising for it.
No, it's not. It's different. The way to make milk is different. In Mogok, we have to like breathing in, breathing out. Is the way to make milk is in our nose, right? So in Hasi, we just practice in stomach, where it's rising and falling. That is different.
There are many Thai they learn from their Mahasi Sayadaw.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, my master she's Vachirayani, she also learned from Mahasi Sayadaw.
But Vairocana, Sayadaw, Vairocana, and so the followers of Mahasi Sayadaw and Muitau translate, and so open the branch in the Pak Chong like that also now. Everyone also interesting, but also put look back practice again. Sometimes they familiar with anapanasati. Thank you very much. Namapiya. Next, Inta Sarah. Yes, before this your internet also problem this connection is unstable. Okay, again.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
Okay.
So now could you see my sharing, right?
Yes, I see.
So yeah, at the beginning, what I have presented 10-day meditation practice from the fourth law of the dining hall buildings. That's the teacher. We joined that course for 10 days meditation practice. And the way how to practice, and that the meditation master they taught us about like this. First two posture, you have to focus two posture, and second for box standing, third sitting and walking, and fourth individual walking, and the last one in the view. So that about the last I have said before about chanting in the morning, we are chant about Gatha, like I presented before, Tangkanika Vajrayana Gatha and Dhatu Patikula Gatha and Patithana Gatha. And in the evening section, we are chanting the normal day. We are chanting Mangala Sutta, Ratana Sutta, Metta Sutta, Mora Sutta, and Vataka Sutta, Tanadiya Sutta. If the special day in the Buddha days, we are chanting about the Dhammacakka Vattana Sutta. We are chanting for the loving kindness we share, loving kindness all sentient beings to be free from all the suffering, happy, healthy, and live long. That is the purpose, but we are chanting in the course. And the next about we are focused on standing. When we are standing, we take time for 10 minutes every time when we are going to start for practice walking meditation. That is, we standing is we focus our hand must be pushed together. We have to touch together. Why we have to do like this? If we don't touch hands together, that is our mind is wandering. We don't have mindfulness. When we are focused, we are touching less to each other. That is, we can observe about the rising and feeling. And when our mind wanderings and we focus, wonder is until it come, we get the mindfulness. And then if the mind still wandering, go away here and there, we still focusing it until it's coming in the same time. After that, when we have mindfulness, that is, we have to observe like rising, falling, and we focus. Everything is impermanent. Rise and later is disappear, and they teach us how to focus about standing meditation. We have to have mindfulness. That is the about we are standing. And the next about the individual walking. practice walking meditation individual. This is vipassana meditation hall of building that is in front of the dining hall building. We practice for 1 day, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. That is our meditation master. He guides us. We can do by ourselves. We don't need another to come and control us. We want our mind to free, so that when we don't have free, our mind cannot control, and that means when we don't have the free mind, we cannot practice meditation. So that the teacher, he don't control us. He didn't control us. He make us free and practice by ourselves. When we practice, and that he asks us to focus on 3 postures like sitting and standing and walking. It depends on us. Some of us, they are walking like this meditation, and some of us, they are sitting meditation, and some of us they are how can I say, sitting, walking, and like we are standing. That some of them, they are standing. For the walking, we focus on the first step and second step and third step. Like the first, right go dust, left go dust, and the second, lifting, pressing, and the third one, lifting, moving, pressing, like this. Every time when we going to walk for the first step or second step, third step, we have to focus on that. And what we walk, we are feeling. That is, if something comes, we heard the song outside and very noisy, and we cannot focus on right go dust, left go dust at the time. We have to stop about walking and continue to focus on the song, something outside, but we heard it. And until there's this fear, when we have mindfulness and continue to walk. And about the sitting also, when we are sitting, sometimes we feel sleepy. We cannot control our mind. In order to be mindfulness, what is the way to continue to practice? And they guide us. We have to open our eyes, can make our become aware, and then if we cannot control it, we have to practice about walking meditation and go somewhere in the bathroom and wash our face, and after that we can come in the same sit and continue. Otherwise, that is, we lose our mindfulness when we sitting, forget about sitting meditation. That is, we can go to sleepy. So we cannot get the results about the sitting meditation. That is the way the meditation master takes us and above. Standing, as I have taught it before, our hand must be put together. We cannot spread it. If we spread it, our mind is thinking, go here and there. We don't have mindfulness. That is, if when we don't have mindfulness, we cannot focus only one thing for practicing. Here, that is the sitting. Some of us, when they are feel sleepy, and the teacher, they always guide us to be aware, because of the times we are practice sitting meditation 40 minutes and above the walking meditation 40 minutes. Even the short time, our mind, why? Because of we don't have the mindfulness yet. Even we sitting at the same moment, short time, we are go to sleeping. Why? Because of we don't have the mindfulness, and we don't have about the meditation, sitting meditation in before. We don't have experience, so that our mind is wandering, and because of we have good thing and bad thing what we have done. So for the normal people, our mind, they are think something outside, because of we cannot focus on meditation. We have so many things. When we thinking about this, our mind is go another way. So when we close our eyes, that is can be go to the sleepy. So that when we get in that way, the problem, we have to open our eyes and then we can go for walking. For a while, when we get alert at the same time, we can come here in the same place and continue about sitting meditation. And the last one, that is the being interviewed one by one. We are interviewed one by one Vipassana. That is the same place for one day. The teacher, why they have to make interview? Because of they want to know what we have done about sitting meditation, walking meditation, and minor posture. They want to know about us, and they ask us one by one. And some of us, they have experience, and they when they have the problem, because of when they have problem, they cannot solve that problem, and the teacher, they guide the way. That is the best way. Like I explained it before. When we get to sleeping, we have to do like this. When our mind is go around, we have to do like this. It's like that. When we practice meditation at the beginning, we have to practice make our back straight. Don't be go forward and don't be falling down. If we go forward, that is can be sleep easily. If falling down, if we make our head falling down, that is just a few minutes we can go to sleepy. When we make our back straight, that is when we practice, we focus on rising and falling. That is we can gain the peaceful mind, like mindfulness. That is the teacher, they have guided us. So, and the last one, that is the for the time we have breakfast and lunch. So in order to have breakfast and lunch, our master, meditation master, they guide us, we have to go online. We cannot make noisy, and we have to focus like go dust, left go dust, everything. When we are going to have breakfast, we have to chant say loving to the lay Buddhist to be have like everything to be okay for them, free from suffering, something like that. We chant the sutta, like Tangkanika Vajrayana Sutta, and after that we continue about for chant for about eating, have fast and breakfast and lunch. And then when we have breakfast, we have to focus every moment, every time until we are finished about our meal or eating. The first, when we have to look at for the food, everything, and we don't need to attach eat too much and eat too less. We have to eat no more, the middle way. Eat for your health. You can practice meditation and you can continue to practice. Don't eat like you eat a lot and you feel sleepy. That is the bad benefits for you during practicing. That is you have to know eating. When you eat, don't forget you eat for your beauty, for your something. You have to focus. You can practice. You can gain knowledge about meditation. That is the way the teacher guides us. And the last one, the conclusion. I would like to say that meditation, it is good for our bodies and mind. If we want to put an end to all suffering, we have to practice meditation. By practice meditation, we can have wisdom and compassion. When we have wisdom, we can free from all the suffering. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, thank you very much. Any question? If you have some question for Sarah. Okay, if any no question, okay, I have some question. When you think about the anapanasati and rising, falling, is difference for you practice or not?
Yeah, sometimes even I'm sitting meditation about rising and falling, I am going to sleepy. I don't know the reason. Even for the night, I also sleep well. I sleep enough for sleeping. And when I am going to practice meditation, close my eye at the moment, 5 minutes, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I going to sleepy. So I trying many times to be aware and to be mindful. I also still to sleepy, so that I follow the teacher, they guide us. I open my mind and I continue about walking, meditation, and go to the bathroom and wash my face in order to have mindfulness and know about the anapanasati, relaxing and falling. What is the nature can be happen, something like that.
Okay. Because in the family, so sometimes it's very different. Why we restart again like this? Because someone very familiar with the Anapanasati, it's like the Asana sentence of Pampacha, Potidea, and Tela, like this also. And look like a beginner, choose the practice with the Anapanasati, breathing out. Because sometimes we change to rising, falling. Sometimes we not catch the object rising, also sometimes it's my wandering, also sometimes like this, because with the practice more like that. Yeah, maybe sometimes problem with someone, because many one ask me like this. Okay, thank you very much, Inta Sarah, for sharing your experience, and very good. Your information is fascinating. Next one. That's about the next, the another one here. Nang Sabayan, Pinchang, Ahmad. Okay. Sami.
You see my screen?
Yes. So I see. I'm seeing.
Yes. Nice to see you, Ajahn. My name is Venerable Rasami.
Okay.
Today, I would like to talk about meditation experience. My experience, so when I take a meditation and MCU and my hometown, so it's very difficult to take a meditation. Because it is very delicate to control our mind. When I was take a meditation and MCU, it's so difficult for me to control our mind. Last year, I taking meditation. Sitting meditation and walking meditation. At the time, I take a meditation. My concentrate to control our mind, our body, and our anger and greed. At the time, no control to my mind because wandering and the cues. The cue is wandering around our mind to come back to my country, my something like that, anger. But I will try the best to control our mind and then keep samadhi. It's very excited for my meditation. My body is no have at the take meditation 15 minutes. When I 15 minutes take meditation, so it is how can I say, our body is no here in the area. It's very excited for me. I never to sit. I never to meet this experience. Our teacher name is Miao Usradra. So now he arrived in Bangkok to medicine. His name is he around that boring ground. Boring ground means cemetery. He go to cemetery to take meditation. After control his mind, his neighbor security. Neighbor goes. He hasn't security and low pass and dorsal. So look at his peace. His body is very peaceful to who seek his peace. His body is cleaning. This is my experience. After that, I'm leaving my hometown. Our hometown, my ministry from my ministry to local speaker, the mark. At the time, Muslim people take meditation. Why not? I'm really interested about his meditation because no different his he's a Muslim people, but he take meditation every day. But at the time he came back to my ministry. He said that my teacher, oh Ajahn, is your Dhamma is very good, but I am a Muslim people, but I take meditation Dhamma. I listen to Dhamma, Buddha Dhamma, because very how can I say, peaceful our mind take when he take meditation. It is very good. I will sharing for to everybody. Quality control. What is the meaning quality control? Quality control means capacity. Capacity means greed. Greed, and number 2, anger. Number 3, hatred. Hatred means hate. Hate speak. Number 4, jealousy. Number 5, hostility. Hostility. They are quality control. Quality control. After control this anger is very beautiful to our mind, very beautiful to our body. So well, and then why not? Because control your mind. Control your mind, or your mind will control you. Control you. Quietness. What is my quietness? Quietness means very cleaning to our mind. Cleanness also mind is one of the beautiful, jealous, Jewish source of wisdom. Wisdom. It is a very beautiful word. Let's picture. Look at the picture. Some meditation master said that the goal of meditation isn't to control your thought, is to start letting them to control you. It's a very good. I like that the word. We take a meditation to control our body, our anger, our greed, our hate speech, discrimination, wife, white and black to control this our mind. So last week I read book, some of the book. It said that garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. If there are erroneous program in the computer produces erroneous result. Programmers have attention for this occurrence. They eat GGO. Yes, which means GGO, which stand up for garbage in, garbage out, which means our mind. We are thinking bad concept. We are thinking no good concept and thinking in our mind bad thinking, bad concept. This means garbage in, garbage out. So like meditation. Buddha said that when you do good things, you will repeat good thing like this word. So what do we get when we take a meditation? The episodes of meditation, I think this is my opinion, my concept. I want to take a meditation. So the episodes of meditation, I think we will want to take a meditation. We will get peace and delight, forgiveness, happiness, right thinking, right action, right view, right question. It is there are so many interests when you take a meditation. So when we take a meditation, we will get peace and delight, forgiveness, and happiness, right thinking, right action, right speak. So all the thinking people know that we take a meditation 10 minutes every day, because we will control our anger mind. I think I'm studying Thai baby and Thai children. So I ask Thai people, why do you take a meditation? You are in Thailand, and you are Thailand. So many Thai people take a meditation. He said that because take a meditation, he around that department he controlled his followers. He controlled. He make it a good management, so that he take a meditation. He said that. So thank you very much, our agent, and thank you for listening to our classmate.
Any question? Everyone can have. Okay, Venerable Varasami, when you practice meditation, have some Dhamma or the five hindrances, look like a thought and personality rising in your mind, how you can master them?
Yes, I focus rising, falling, because our teacher teach how to how to take meditation when I arrive to my native town.
How you can get it off, how you can master of the 5 hindrances, the nivarana dhamma, then it's arrived in your mind when you practice meditation.
Yes,
Understand my point.
So nivarana means the brain thought to control our mind.
But it's arising in your mind, how you can get it off, how you can chat away.
Yes.
The 5 hindrances. Okay. Okay, maybe it's fun. The next, who want to be the next presentation?
Then let me share my screen.
Yes. Can you come to share screen? Okay, good. Very nice.
Good evening, Ajahn, and good evening, all venerable. So as for me, I don't have much experience and I don't have much knowledge about the meditations. Be honestly, I just only know the breathe in and breathe out meditations. And this is my first time to join the 10-day meditation in Thailand. So I want to share about my a little bit about my experience. Last month ago, I joined the on-site meditation at NCU campus for 10 days. And this is the timetable we have to follow, and everyone know about this and things. As for me, the first day until the second day, it was very difficult for me to follow this timetable because it immediately changed my normal lifestyle. For example, I have never wake up at 4:30 a.m. and also I have never taken meditation at home. And according to the age precept, we have to skip the dinner, and it was very difficult for me. But after the 4 days later, my body become very light and my thoughts become stable. Between the sitting meditation and walking meditation, I prefer practice walking meditation because I found myself that I can more focus and concentration on the walking meditations. For the sitting meditations, I just only can sit 20 minutes. After that, I have to change my posture and my body. So after joining this 10-day meditation, I have learned 2 things. First one is I learned how to be alone, because when I arrived there, there is no layman except me. And also I learned how to be patient because the Dharma master, they didn't speak in English, even one word. And I have to sit and listen to the Dharma talks for 10 days. Even I don't understand anything. Yes, this is my experience 10 days at the and see you. Thank you, Ajahn. Ajahn, can hear me?
Yes.
Yes, finish, Ajahn. Thank you.
Finish?
Yeah.
Okay, what is difficulties and challenge for your practice meditation first time at MCU?
First time MCU. I don't have friends. Yes, Ajahn.
What is difficulties and challenge for your practice meditation?
Oh, we have to cease meditation almost 6 to 7 hours a day. So it was very difficult, Ajahn, I think.
That's how your mental note with your object when the arising and passing away with your bodies and mind.
When I sit in meditation, I just follow my thinking, Ajahn, because when I follow my thinking and it's not feel the pain, and I know that it's I'm thinking like that. Yes, Ajahn.
You can control your mind on the time.
Yes.
What you have got from 10 days to practice meditation?
My thoughts become stable like that. It's become calm, clean.
What do you think about it, the benefits of the meditation, walking and sitting meditation?
For the sitting meditation, we can...
Yes, what do you think about the benefits or the useful or advantage of the walking and sitting meditation? Get my point?
We can control our emotion, Ajahn, for the sitting meditation.
That's what emotion?
Yes.
What about the emotion? 10 days, maybe sometime I've got very much about the experience and so the method to practice. And when you walking meditation, what you got? The benefits from walking meditation.
For walking meditation, maybe
Yes.
good for digestion and not very pain.
Not very pain.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes didn't understand because the Vipassana master also talking Thai language because they not familiar and not good at English. That is the try to control at very dense monk, but also they have not way to change by just control. Okay, you get experience more about in practice meditation. Okay, good. Okay, for the last one of today, who want to be the last one? Because someone maybe some tries a little bit to be the next week. About the Passa Kundaka Pandita Jack. Mr. Kyo, what about you, Mr. Kyo?
Why are you so quiet, Mr. Jack?
He just go outside again.
Huh?
He just go outside, Mr. Jack.
Go outside. Maybe sometime. The polka. And about Supoka. What about the Supoka? Hateya Rinda. Or will you present the next week? What's your idea? Okay, it's upon you. it's your duty. I think you will understand what when the teacher teach you and you turn off your video and microphone sometimes like that. Think about this alone.
I never turn off my camera.
Huh? Yes.
I
About you,
see picture here.
yes, and the Supoka, Putsa, Kundaka, Pandita, Hateya, Rinta, Istakia, Pusa. Do you prepare your presentation?
But I'm not ready today, John.
On the
I'll present next week.
Okay. You Bara, you presentation. Some Supoka, Kundara.
Yeah, John, he did. What does it mean? He did earlier. What does it mean?
Vara also. Vara after the presentation or not yet?
He already presented. What does it mean? Yeah.
Ajahn.
Okay. Huh? Yes.
Hello, Ajahn.
Yes.
I would like to presentation next week because I said no. I said.
Oh yes. Okay. Just injection. Okay.
Yeah.
Injection. Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Maybe next week. Okay. Today, if any student not presentation now, maybe next week, but could finish because after next week you will want to final exam. Yes, your purpose, that your ambition, and I follow and agree with on of you to do about this because that is can you have time to do your topic, your proposal thesis or something like that. But this also is theory, and also want to know what's your experience, and also something to share together. And after that, also busy many subjects together. Don't worry about this. If you have some problem, something, I want I to help. Yes, I stay beside you about this because I am the head of department. I see many things about it. But today also, okay, if anyone keep silent, okay, to be the leader for spread loving kindness for everyone to be good luck, to be happy, and also to add more the wholesome for everybody together because we are the classmates and we are the can finish, can graduate with the MA together. Will have many things.
ครับอยู่ด้านหลังครูครับครับผม
teacher
เปล่าครับผู้ประกาศอยู่ด้านหลังครับผม
เดี๋ยวเราติดนำแต่เวียดนามเป็นภาษาอังกฤษหน่อย
ครับหังอเวโรโหมี may I be free from enmity พยาปโชโหมี may I be free from hurtfulness นิโคโหมี may I be free from troubles of my body สุขีอัตนังปาริหารามิ may I be able to protect my own happiness สัพเพสัตตา whatever beings there are เวราหุนโต may they be free from enmity สัพเพสัตตา whatever beings in there are พยาปัชชาหุนโต may they be free from hurtfulness สัพเพสัตตา whatever being there are นิคานหุนโต may they be free from troubles of my body สัพเพสัตตา whatever being there are สุขิงอัตตานาปาริหารันโต may they be able to protect their own happiness. Itang me puya pakang sape satanang te me. May the Marys bed by me. Now or at some other time, we share our more
on being
or being here. If immeasurable by rejoicing in this cause, this gift of Mary given by me, may be in soul forever live, may be in all forever live. A happy life, be free from hate, and may they find the persecute, and their good riches all succeed. Sadhu, sadhu. And together and pay respectful homage to the Tibetan before departure. Sarang Samba Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivatemi Ang Bhagavantang Abhivatemi
Svakato
Bhagavata Dhammam Dhammam Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Saṅghang Namami.
Okay, thank you for your joins and your please come to taking class. Okay, see you next week. Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, John. See you. Bye.